Yo, what's up guys? Inco here with a new build video, and this is for Kitava's Salvo Necromancer. We're basically taking advantage of corpse consumption to scale a lot of attack and cast speed, regen, all the fun stuff like that. The skill we're using is Blazing Salvo. We have went through and done all the fire spells. I do want to go through and test the cold and lightning spells also. See if there's anything interesting there. Just showing some basic mapping here. And then we'll get to the map boss. But basically how the helmet works is you have to have a spell that has an upfront cost of 100 mana. And it's going to trigger your socketed spells on a 0.1 second cooldown. So right now I'm not too happy with the defenses. We did try just like Determination, Defiance Banner. But without, I mean, even recrafting the gear would only be like 10k. Not that much armor. And so we ended up going like as much block as possible, and we have a synthesized shield with recover life on block. So it's been pretty okay. We're around like level 91. Also do want to mention that I completely goofed, so all of this gameplay we're also doing without a cast when damage taken setup. I do my voiceovers last, and so I noticed that, you know, after editing the footage and going through with everything. But yeah, Blazing Salvo is definitely the best of the bunch. We did Fireball, all that stuff. And I'm definitely looking forward to going through and revisiting with cold and lightning spells. Doing them separately because I have to get different light clusters and craft different gear in that. So I wanted to do all the fire skills first. I'm still not entirely happy with the defenses. That is a big thing that I would like to make it a little bit better. I don't like just going pure block, but the armor setup just felt completely worse just using Determination and Defiance Banner. So block has felt better. We're on like level 91, pretty smooth. So I would like to make it better, and I am still missing some nodes. I have extra nodes and stuff I have to respec. I was just too lazy during the stream to actually buy regrets in that, so I have quite a bit of wasted points, and that's also why we have such a mana pool right now. So there's still a lot I have to upgrade. We still have like level 19 gems and all that. We'll go over everything though. I'll let you guys finish watching this Sirus last phase, which you should be like preemptively spamming to get the volatiles in that, but you can see that damage really ramp there. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a second, and we'll go over the gear and the map and talk about everything. Alright guys, enjoy. So now I'll just hop over here, do a synth map. I also have these synth nodes, so it could be pretty rippy. We'll see what happens here, what mods we get. Well, we don't really have any defensive stuff, but we might die here. We might die here. That is one thing that definitely may happen. They're going to hit very hard. And after this, we'll go over the gear. I'll go back and read all this stuff. Take up a lot of time. This is just like a work in progress. We went through and tested like all the fire skills. By far, Blazing Salvo is the best one. It's shotguns, so that makes it like very good for this with cast speed spamming. Okay, we'll just kill this boss real quick, and then we will go over the gear. And then I'll talk about the build mechanics, you know, upgrades. This is still a work in progress and everything, so. There we go. Boss is dead. Crappy Herald of Ice Ring. So, character right now. I was like armor before we went into block. Right now we have decent block. We'll have more. I just need to change the tree and stuff. We have way too much mana right now, so I need to like change this. I need to take a safeguard for more block. I didn't like how armor felt. I'm still not completely happy with the defenses. But I mean, like the build's very early. I even reused a lot of gear from my Reap character in that. The rest of this I crafted. It's an Omniscience build, but yeah, like, you know, still 19 gems and stuff in a bunch of places, not leveled up. Leveling stuff up, but been pretty smooth leveling a 91. After we swapped from, we used to have Determination and Defiance banner in, and like no block. And we decided to go like Tempest Shield and block. And it definitely feels better, but like I said, I'm still not satisfied. We're still missing like jewels. I gotta respec stuff and everything. It's kind of a mess. We were going through like testing all the fire skills and that. But yeah, Blazing Salvo. The shotgun's very nice. It does quite a lot of damage. So how the build works, we're obviously taking advantage of Essence Glutton, Plaguebringer, and Corpse Pact to get us a lot of regen, life, damage reduction, all that fun stuff between all three of those nodes. We're also taking advantage of Masterminded Discord. Obviously, this isn't the best one, but the other jewel is mega expensive, so I wasn't going to buy that. So we have that because we apply exposure with our gloves, and then also through our Arcanist brand here that does Flame Wall, Purifying Flame, and Tornado. So obviously Phantasmal Flame Wall, minus res to enemies. But thinking about, I don't know about this one, because we're applying exposure always on hit with this, and we can also boost this with a Elemental Mastery to make it at least minus 18, which then gets that further boost of minus 25. And the regen is very nice while mapping, because when like mapping, we will start to cast very fast. So the helmet, you want to consume as many corpses as possible. So that's why we have the Volatile Dead consumes up to 1 additional corpse. And you have to have a skill that costs at least 100 mana. So right here, this costs 119 mana. And in our helmet, we have Divergent Desecrate. This is for more corpses. We have Volatile Dead. I should have like an alt quality here or whatever, but this is basically just to consume corpses, and it is going to do a good bit of damage. Ideally, you'd probably want the fire damage or movement speed one. Anything other than the base one, better. Sniper's Mark. Obviously, because this is a projectile attack, Sniper's Mark is insane. And Awakened Spell Cascade. Kind of try to show that. Basically, it makes it so Desecrate and you VD a lot more. So you can see all of those. That is basically Awakened Spell Cascade. Very important to this build. We have a wand. Basically just looking for like spell damage, cast speed, crit, any of that good stuff. Still not sure about Discipline, but we have Tempest Shield, Zealotry. Here we have Shield Charge, faster attacks just to move around faster. And our attack and cast speed both get mega boosted by the corpse consumption. Here we just have a Clarity. Level 1 Vitality, Flame Dash. I actually just noticed I never put in a cast 1 damage taken setup, so there you go. The same belt from my REAP build, just increased attribute, strength, regen life. It's just kind of useless on this build. This jewel is absolutely terrible. It's really doing nothing other than life. A little bit of crit because we are res cap, no problem. We have gloves here, which is double stat chaos res. I wanted to get chaos res up, so right now we're sitting at 37 chaos res, which is not bad. Already talked about that setup. Our main links, we have this chest, spell crit, frenzy, additional curse, and chaos res there. So we have Blazing Salvo, Spell Echo, Intensify. Obviously, Woke Spell Echo is a lot more damage because of the double damage. It'd be really nice here. Arcane Surge, crit damage, and Pinpoint. And we have Utmost Might. The rings, this one's a flammability stat ring, and this one's just a stat ring. I made both of these, and then just, crafting with Veiled Chaos Orbs. Their flasks are very generic. I need to upgrade these. The only one that really matters is Dying Sun. This gives 2 more projectiles, which is 1.5 million more damage as the projectile shotgun. This is our tree. I'm also reusing my Watcher's Eye from REAP that I got for like ADC. We were using a Cremator, Doriani's Smoking Remains Jewel. Doriani's to be leeching. This is kind of nice. It basically destroys corpses. Like, you don't really have to worry about Coolie Boys as much in that, so it's very nice. We have Pressure Points, Quick Getaway, Respect. And Eye to Eye Repeater adds a lot of damage. I'm still trying to get like more crit, obviously, so that's why we're getting this one in too. Unboosted, it's only like 50% crit, so I want to get that up. And I just need to respec stuff, change the tree around in that. But so far, very happy with the build. I like messing around with this helmet. It's been pretty fun. I've also been debating putting in the Kitava's small cluster jewel for a lot of regen. Oh, also forgot to mention, we're using a synthesized shield to recover life when you block. So that's a big reason why we ended up going block and just dropping armor stuff, because I would have had to recraft my armor, recraft everything, go more armor based. And even when I POB'd it, it really wasn't that much. So opted for block. Like I said, I'm still not entirely happy. We honestly might end up going on this side of the tree and just like capping spell suppression. I mean, we'll see. If anyone has any, advice, criticism, that, definitely let me know. I'm definitely looking for options for the build. I even thought about staff. The Annihilating Light adds a lot of damage, but the problem is you don't get anything else on it. It reduces your resistances a lot, so you got to make up for those. But I mean, it could potentially do so, and the staff notes are very nice here. These crit ones, the staff notes here, and this here obviously for block, power charge, and crit damage. So very surprised with the build so far. I just wanted to make something memey with Kitava's Thirst and Corpse Consumption. And yeah, been very surprising so far. The other option we were thinking about was dropping Commander of Darkness and taking Mistress of Sacrifice. So we don't have to lean so heavy into the shield block notes, because some of them are kind of and like out of the way, like even Safeguard, Sanctuary. This one's okay. But using the offering, and we could get like increased effective offerings here on this mastery and everything, we would get a really good chunk of spell and attack block. The downside being we would have to use a trigger setup or self-cast Sniper's Mark and have the offering in our helmet. But still a work in progress with everything right now. Very surprised with the build though. Let me know if you guys have any advice, any criticisms, because I'm definitely looking to improve the build. Any skills you'd like to see tested. Like I said, we kind of went through all the fire ones. Funny enough, one of the best ones was like Firestorm, just spamming it. The problem is you have a max of those, but you can like keep spamming the meteor. Rolling Magma is pretty funny. Fireball is pretty nice just because you had a Vol skill to use then. So yeah, that's the build right now. Like I said, we'll be testing like cold and lightning skills later on. But I kind of want to get it to a stable point, because like right now we're kind of focused on fire, and when we go lightning or cold, we're gonna have to like recraft stuff, make new stuff in that. So just want to get this kind of like work in progress out. Let me know what you guys think. Any comments? Appreciate you guys watching, and take care. Later, guys.